Hi, this is the evaluation of the order trading system for April the 16th, 2021. We had 5 trades on that day. 3 were buys, 2 were short sells. First trade was DVAX. That's Dynavax Technology Corporation. It tripped at 12:02:56 p.m. at a price of $10.94. It was a buy. It ended the day at $10.99, up 1.20%, so that's a positive. And 12:02:56, okay. So OBV, a little bit of a jump here, but you can see end of day actually made a heavier jump, so it was moving positive in general. MACD came up and then somewhat moved sideways and a little bit of a drop early afternoon, and then you can see that rise. End of the day though, it came down a bit. DI, interestingly, DI is showing that looks like it was more negative than positive till mid-afternoon. We had this one spike here in the early afternoon, which is where that trip came. It jumped up, but wasn't heavily jumping. And then early afternoon, you can see that spike. It actually, afternoon, it reversed. It was negative for most of the day, and then mid-afternoon, it jumped up and came up a good amount, at least. Negative, though, was also negative. It came down a bit negative-wise, so yeah, interesting. And Bollinger Band showing somewhat just moving sideways, which I guess if you look at the DI, it looks like it's bouncing back and forth between positive and negative, which again a lot of times gives a correlation to sideways movements. You know, it's basically saying up, down, up, down, up, down, 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 and basically means that it's going up, going down, going up, going down on a regular basis, which Bollinger Band's kind of showing. And at the end of the day, you can see that rise a bit. So that's that stock. Next trade is BP, and that is BP PLC. It tripped at 12:15:14 p.m. at a price of 25.14. It was a short sell. It closed the day at 25.18, down 0.8%. Let's see if there was any opportunity here. So it tripped around this period and 25.12, 25.11. There were multiple periods in the afternoon where it did drop below the triple price, but was not consistent, but it did happen. Excuse me. It did happen, and it happened more than once, so I'm going to consider that a positive, even though it's not a strong positive. I still consider it a positive because it did drop below the tripping price more than once. But you can see the price-wise, it looks like the stock was moving somewhat sideways. OBV, you see it was dropping a little bit. Came down mid-afternoon and then recovered. MACD showing that it came up and then dropped averages-wise, then came up and then somewhat moved sideways. So it somewhat recovered after it fell. And the good thing is you can see that negatively wise, when it was dropping, it actually dropped quite heavily and came down. You see that sideways movements. And Bollinger Band, which gives a nice clean representation of price activity, basically shows, it came down and basically moved sideways. So it did drop after that rise it had in the early morning or late morning, and then dropped a bit and then just moved sideways. So next trade is CLM. That is Cornerstone Strategic Value Fund Incorporated. Tripped at 12:30:07 p.m. at a price of 12.17. It was a buy. down. Excuse me, it closed 11.99, down 6.33%. So let's see, 12:30. So it tripped around this area, but as you can see, yeah, it was up for got almost 2 hours here in the afternoon. It was up above its tripping price by a good amount for the price itself, and then it fell in the afternoon. So mid to late afternoon it fell, but mid afternoon, early to mid afternoon, it actually was up above its tripping price. So that's another positive. And I will say that the stock OBV again showing that rise and that drop. MACD came up, and then that's where the drop ended the day. DI is actually showing that it did come up in the afternoon during that price, but you can see end of the day though it dropped. DI wise, directional wise, it dropped quite heavily. Bollinger Band showing saying it came up, stayed stable after it rise, and then dropped at the end of the day, late afternoon. So that's the way that stock was. Next trade is BABA. That's Alibaba Group Holdings Incorporated Limited. Excuse me. Tripped at 12:35:19 p.m. at a price of 238.59. It was a short sell. Closed the day at 238.69, down 0.17%. Let's see. So it tripped around here. 238. So a little bit of period here. It was down to 49, 36, 34, 52. Came up. Yeah. Came, dropped again. 57 and dropped here. There was multiple points during the day that it came down, like practically the whole afternoon. All afternoon it was moving sideways, but right around its tripping price. And there was multiple points where it fell below the tripping price. Not highly, like a large stock like this, like 15-20 cents is not a massive amount. So the end result is if you did get out, it would be probably be a very minimal amount, but for short trades, it's best to get out, even if you're not making a profit, or not making a big profit, just because in fact short trades are a bit more dangerous than standard buy stocks. LBV basically showing somewhat of a sideways activity, and 1239, we caught it right around here where it came down. MACD came down, and you can see it recovered at the end of the day and then dropped again at the end of the day. DI, the afternoon time where it came up a good amount, it moved sideways. You see at the end of the day that it was coming down, so the stock was dropping at the end of the day. And Bollinger Band, shows that it came down, moved sideways, and then it came down. So that stock was moving down. So that is 4 out of 4 stocks, 100%. A couple of stocks that were not highly profitable if you did get out, but the whole thing is to get out before things go bad. So I'll leave it at that. Thank you very much.